Welcome to the Small Business Safari, where I help guide you to avoid those traps, pitfalls, and dangers that lurk when navigating the wild world of small business ownership. I'll share those gold nuggets of information and invite guests to help accelerate your ascent to that mountaintop of success. It's a jungle out there, and I want to help you traverse through the levels of owning your own business that can get you bogged down and distract you from hitting your own personal and professional goals. So strap in, adventure team, and let's take a ride through the safari and get you to the mountaintop. Alan, I can't believe we're doing this 5 years to the day, doing it again on the podcast.
Feels like
everybody.
10, doesn't it?
You know what? In dog years, you've been living with me, buddy. That's 7 years. So that's like 35 for
Put
you.
the mileage on me.
Today, Alan, we had a Chamber of Commerce Day. What does that phrase mean to most people? Chamber of Commerce Day. I got a Chamber of Commerce Day. What's that mean to you, Alan?
Absolute blue sky, birds are chirping, and the flowers are blooming.
We did not have a Chamber of Commerce Day today, then, Alan, because we went to the State of the Union of our Chamber of Commerce here and watched one of the absolute worst shit shows I've ever seen. And Alan and I weren't even sitting together, and we got ready to come in here to go start podcasting. And he said, "What was that?" I'm like, dude, I can't even begin to tell you what just happened. I have no idea. And we think our podcast is a dumpster fire sometimes, but we just witnessed it. Dumpster fire going down the road, and they didn't let up. You know, you thought, okay, it's, oh no, the next guy is going to come up now and say nothing. Oh my God, what is happening? Our chamber is blowing up, doing great things. And we totally believe in networking, and that's why we're there. We're both on the board, but we had no idea what we were walking into today.
And now this is public. Public airing of grievances is what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Should we start over?
Yeah. We'll get kicked off. Actually, I just told Alan, I said, if I complain, I know what they're going to do. They're going to put me on the committee.
100%. You are now the chairman of the board.
I love everything they're doing. It's just, unfortunately, when you watch something, I do love everything they're doing. Please don't kill me. RB, forgive me, RB.
The meeting was over before it was finished.
Yeah. And it just, but it reminded me a lot of where we are with our podcast. I had somebody go back and listen to the very first 2 podcasts we ever did.
Ooh.
And he said, "Man, do you mind if you come on my podcast and tell me some of those first stories you talked about?" I said, "You actually listened to that one?" And he said, "Yeah, it was really good." I said, "Dude, we were horrible then." I said, "Man, we're really good now. In fact, I even make myself laugh on this." I just did it again.
You made yourself laugh back then too.
Oh my God. So we are back at it. Alan, it's time for us to shine. Let's not be a dumpster fire today, all right? Just don't stop.
I think we already are, and I think we already do, but we can fix it.
We can. You know what? I'm listening to the This Was Sports Center podcast with Rich Eisen. Love this. If you guys want to just listen to like 4 or 5 episodes, it's about how many it's going to be. But they talked about, one of the producers would say right before they went on, "Don't suck today." I'm like, that's awesome.
That's so encouraging.
But it was really fascinating to see. Something that I grew up with was the Sports Center of old, not what it is today. Just getting to hear the history of how it was built and what they did at ESPN, being a groundbreaker, coming up with a 24/7 news sports network.
Australian rules football 24/7.
Yep. They even talked about what was Australian rules football, and they had to bring that out. And so they would show everything on it because they had to keep filling content. I did not realize they were around before CNN. Does that sound right?
I think so.
Yeah. And so it was just interesting to hear the history on that. But the reason I'm going to tie this all right back to today is that that's how we grew up at a time when we saw bad TV, you had nowhere else to go. When you went to a bad seminar, you had nowhere else to go, especially if you're in table 7 in the middle, locked in because all the chairs are around you and the place is packed. I could not get up and say, "I got to excuse myself, I got to go to the bathroom." No. What happened with ESPN, think about this, back when this first came out, we only had 3 channels. 3 channels. And then they put these cable boxes on top, and then you got like 40 channels. But you had to, quote unquote, subscribe to them. We think subscriptions are new today. They're not. They were actually brought out in 79. But we didn't have a lot of access. Now fast forward to where SportsCenter is today. What they're talking about is that they can't just deliver you the highlights because you, for 24 hours or for your entire day, had no access to anything. Today's world, We get access to everything anytime we want, and anybody can find us anytime they want. But they're also saturated with so much information out there. How do you set yourself apart, Alan?
So you said you were going to bring this around.
How do you set yourself apart, Alan? Today, we're going to talk with Tom Malesic about how do we set ourselves apart. Digital marketing for you
Is
in
that
this great new world.
The best
Let's go.
setup you've ever had, Tom?
Thank you. Landed the plane.
I think it was pretty
I think
impressive.
the plane was upside down. It was on fire.
Yeah.
People were already in the chutes, wearing their high heels and popping the chutes.
Yeah, but those are the best air shows that you go to when the plane flies upside down for a long time. You think everybody's going to fall out and die.
And you know what? People are going to watch this. People are going to watch this dumpster fire get landed. Oh my God, that's awesome. And we're off and running. Tom, welcome to the show, buddy.
Oh my God.
Thanks, guys.
So, Tom, tell us a little bit about your business name, what you do, name, rank, seal, I'm in a mood, brother. Here we go. I'm not having a drink yet.
Yeah, get another snort.
Yeah, keep drinking, guys.
Yeah.
So I own a few companies. It started out as Easy Solution, and we did website development, and then it moved into digital marketing and social media. And then my clients seemed to think that if I could build them a website, which happens to be on the computer, that obviously I could fix their computer, which isn't really a true statement, but they thought it was. So then I bought an IT company so that I could fix their computer. And then I had all kind of business problems because I grew pretty fast. And I found EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System, and I implemented that in my business. And I'm talking about that all the time. So then I became an EOS implementer, and now I help other businesses implement that system. So marketing, IT.
So you're kind of a one-stop shop. You're like a concierge to yourself.
It feels that way, yes.
Wow. And then you wrote a book.
Yeah, I wrote a couple books, but we got a new one last year.
Ooh, looky, who's
Yeah,
big time in us.
Look who won up you.
I only have one book, and
Oh, there's
Tom
plenty
has.
of time.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he's going through that again.
Nope, that was hard.
Well, the more you do it, the better you get.
Did I mention dumpster fire people? All right, back to this. So, Tom, you've written a number of books. Why don't you just give us a quick rundown on those?
Yeah. So the recent book is called They're Looking for You, and it's really on the marketing principle that the easiest, lowest hanging fruit is all the marketing sources where the customer is already looking for who you are and what you do. So that's build a great website. It's SEO. How do I rank naturally on Google? Then it's those paid ads on Google, and now it's even like how do I show up in ChatGPT and Claude? Right?
Yeah, because
So
people
it's-
are searching now with AI instead of the the Google search, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
how do you
we get
game that
leads off of
system?
it. Yeah.
So Tom, do you think? I mean, serious question here. Do you think phone books are coming back?
Lord.
Absolutely.
I'm
I
just
was
saying,
thinking about that this morning.
Disruptors, baby.
I think we're
Disruptors.
going to have a timeout here.
Yeah.
Maybe an intervention.
No intervention.
You need an intervention.
But I'm very interested in this topic because I have a viewpoint on where I think AI is, and we talked about SportsCenter, and we talked about the channel that SportsCenter's on,
Please
TV.
don't go back to SportsCenter anymore.
Yeah.
All right,
Please.
TV was a disruptor, Alan, and so was
huge
AI.
disruptor.
See, so let's talk about how we use AI better for our friend Alan.
Yeah.
No, I thought I was asking a good question about people searching using AI versus the traditional browsers now.
All right, how do they
And
start
then-
using AI?
No, you're such
Yeah.
an ass. You might get the first in 5 years bird from me. So normally,
I'm in the mood. They had to
in the mood.
sit for 3 hours.
normally it's like
It sit for 3 hours.
I
in that
know.
stupid thing.
it was an hour and a half, but it felt like 3. So
Oh, that's right.
normally it's a good episode if I get flipped off at least once, and if I get the double bird, then we know it's good. But you've never gotten one from me.
That's true.
You're heading for it today, bro.
Oh boy, I heard. Oh, you're gonna get one, buddy. You're gonna get it. What? Oh yeah, you're on the list. All right. Go. Let's go back to the question, please.
I mean,
All right.
oh yeah.
So the
yeah.
question is AI going to take over the world, or is it? how do you-
Sure, let's
how do you
use
rank
that
on
one.
it, or yeah.
Let's feed Alan's paranoia.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I'm building a bunker right now that's AI proof, but
Not a bad idea. Yeah.
see,
I'm
Skynet.
all in favor of bunkers.
real.
The world could come to an end. We don't know.
Not a bad idea. I'm in digital marketing. Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, so I started my business in 1997, right when the internet was just starting to get any level of traction, right? You had 14.4 baud modems, and I kind of feel like, last year, maybe the year before, was 1997 all over again with AI. right? It's a new technology that is just going to game change it for most industries at some point, right? So in the marketing world, right, we're starting to write code with AI. We're definitely writing content with AI. So we're compressing the amount of time that we would spend doing any one task and just blowing it out of the water. And the quality is amazing. So, I think, that's going to springboard into a whole AI business model for us, right? So how do we help businesses implement AI in their businesses, whether it's how do we pull dashboards together so that you have information that you don't have access to otherwise?
Give me an example of the dashboard we wouldn't have access to otherwise, because we're putting one in here at my company, the Trusted Toolbox. But I'm interested in that one because I would like to hear where your thoughts are.
See how he locks in when he's about to get free advice, Tom? Do you see
Yeah,
that?
Thank
hey,
you.
I'm
He's
happy to
totally
give
in.
the free advice.
I'm doing this for 5 years. Give
Yeah,
me something
so
free, just once.
okay. So if
Actually, I
we
get a lot of
put
free stuff.
a central point of data, right? So let's just call it a data lake. And we pull in your QuickBooks file. So all the customers that you have and when they bought and how much they bought. And then we pull in your CRM system, which is your prospect list and open rates and email marketing. And then let's say then we pull in Google Analytics into that where we know visitors and page counts and all those things. Now we can build whatever data you want to see in a dashboard, we can prompt it to say, this is the standard dashboard I want to see. But what if we could just then type and say, show me my customer attrition rate on this product line starting in 2022? And you have it instantly.
Chris broken. Chris coming back.
Chris got excited.
Yeah, very excited because we have created an agent at the Trusted Toolbox. I have Captain Kirk. Kirk is my general manager. The agent named itself Spock. I get to go onto the bridge and I get to see the executive dashboard of our company and where we're at.
See a big swivel chair?
I do. And
Nice.
I have a little flip phone and I flip it up so I can talk to people. I just flip it, even though they're right in front of me, just when I'm talking.
And then about once a day, you have an excuse to take your shirt off in the office.
Is that what they did on?
Yeah, Captain Kirk always had his shirt off.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to implement that. I will. But no, I usually grab the damn it doll and start slamming the desk. But that's so interesting that you talk about that. But one of the things that the reason we did an agent, and right now ours is sitting out on the web, I'm not willing to give it my financial data because I'm afraid somebody's going to get a hold of that. And so talk about
But we
that.
need it in a secure environment is the
Okay.
issue. So we're using a platform that is SOC 2 compliant. So from a higher level security compliance that you can pull in that kind of proprietary stuff, right? Because you don't want to just have a paid ChatGPT account and start putting stuff in because ChatGPT still shares that stuff with everybody. Right?
Even though they say they don't?
Well, go through the settings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so be really careful, right? So if
Tom
you
is
can
talking.
put that in a more secure environment, that's going to be safer, right?
So you help clients with that, saying, "Hey, look, I can build these things for you, but listen, we're going to build it the right way." Yeah, could you go out there in AI and chat yourself up and Claude yourself to the death? Yes, yes, yes. But
Yeah.
if you want to do it the right way, you probably need to pay us a little bit of money here because you might be losing data and you you don't even know it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's
Interesting.
getting a secure platform. Just from a marketing standpoint, one of the things we do within the marketing agency is for every client, we build an agent that is just that customer, right? So what's their voice? What kind of words do they use? Specifically, what do they do? What don't they do? What you always say, what you never say. So we can write just like them and then write in a sales version, not in a encyclopedia kind of term paper version, right? Because most people write copy like it's a old crappy brochure and they use their company name 10 times and just pound their chest instead of talking about the problem they solve for the customer.
What color pill do I need to take to just be back in the matrix and not know so I can just eat the steak and drink the wine?
Right.
Yeah.
We need to send you back.
You do.
Yeah.
I cannot handle
Alan's-
when you're talking about having an agent in the cloud. I'm like, this is a matrix. I'm
not,
done with Terminator.
He's not joking. He really is that paranoid. And he
Yeah.
probably is building that freaking bunker.
And I think
Yeah.
I'm right, and nobody's going to listen.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
Well,
you're right, Alan. Right.
I think these tools are
Wrong.
fine, right? This is giving people data management capability that they just didn't have before. I think the next version, the build the bunker, is when AI starts to protect itself and self-learn, we're not talking about anything that's a self-learning. We're talking about we feed it data and then we can query it and we can get what we want out of it, right? But I think that next level is a little more scary, right? What happens when AI protects itself versus protecting a human?
I've seen that
What?
movie. It's called iRobot.
Right.
So
So,
yeah,
but that's not what we're talking about, when we're talking about AI right now. So,
let's talk about let's go back to the real world, Alan. So
I'm sorry, I'm just designing my bunker in my head.
I know you are. I know where you're at right now. You're
lots
like,
of
you know, if I
water.
cut myself off the grid and I do this and I do solar power only, I can do this. So back to helping companies with AI as we're navigating this. What are some of the things that give me the basic? Give me the this is first gen, and then we're going to move up from there.
Yeah. I think the first generation is content creation. So how do you help them write better content, right? Whether it's connecting into Outlook, right? Right now you can use Copilot to help write emails right within Outlook, or using some version of ChatGPT or Claude or our platform, which actually gives you access to about 70 different AI models. So it's content, and then it's, I know that's blowing your
They're
mind, isn't it?
multiplying. They're
Say
multiplying. They're
7-0?
multiplying.
7-0.
Yeah, 7-0.
So, but
And then
so
it's,
I think for the audience, so let's back up for a minute.
yeah.
Define a model. ChatGPT has one model.
ChatGPT has many models,
Okay.
but then there are uh, video production models. There's photo generation models, right? So there's all these different things that you can do, right? So right now uh, go to a software, right, an AI model, and take 5 pictures of you from Facebook, upload them in there, and say, I'd like to do more professional headshots. Give me 30 versions of this. Now, instead of a red shirt, I'd like to be wearing a blue shirt. And can you put the logo, can you upload this logo to it? Right? All that's possible. And then you could say, put me with and name a celebrity, right? So I was playing around with this. Oh, it was a good year ago. And I just wrote a little bit of code, just through prompting. Hey, what I'd like to do is I'd like to build a little software tool where I can upload pictures and then you make modifications to the pictures and then save them and download them. Right. That was all I said, and build a little software tool to do that. Right. And then it started making pictures, and then I said, well, make me a commercial airline pilot and put me with a plane. And it did that. Right. And then I said, put me with Bill Gates, and it put me with Bill Gates. And here's the really funny part. I'm 5'3", and somehow AI knew that, and it made Bill Gates taller than me.
Oh man.
Like, how did that hapen? I don't
Hey,
know.
stretch. You're like, hey, how about stretch me out? So I would
I
say
know. Make me
AI,
look tall.
give me some hair, right?
It could
I
do
mean,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
Do you want hair? AI gives you hair.
You know what? You know what? I'm
I do
gonna,
want that.
after I'm done with my bunker,
Yeah.
I'm just going to start protesting data centers. I'm going to chain myself to all the trees out there so that you guys can't freaking sit there and make funny pictures of Bill Gates and yourself.
Alan, they're going to put data centers up in the sky. Don't worry about it.
Oh
It's fine.
God, they
Oh,
are.
that's
You're gonna
next.
All
have
right, so here's
laser
another
beams.
AI application. So if you go to my YouTube channel, pretty much every video produced in the last year is not me. It
All
is
right,
AI
plug
made.
the YouTube channel for us real quick. So because people are walking around, maybe driving around their car, they want to hit a stoplight, maybe hit the car in front of them. Write this down. What is it?
Yeah, so just go to YouTube and type in easy marketing, the letter E, the letter Z, marketing into the search,
How
and you find it.
how easy is that,
It's
Alan?
super easy.
Thank
So
you.
you're saying that all the videos of you in easy marketing is not you?
Not me. It's
I'm gonna
AI
check
made.
those. That's
It's
funny
AI
because
made.
I actually did see one of them, and now I'm looking at you and I'm like, I don't remember if because
How do
it's
we know?
almost like
How do we know that's him?
I don't know, maybe he's catfishing
Well,
us.
that's a great question. Like,
That is a good
they can
question.
do that too. I haven't
nothing.
figured that one out yet, though. But when I do,
That was a good question. You're right. Well, how about this? You can make podcasts out of Notebook LM. You
that's
just
right.
download the data. Now, why does anybody listen to our podcast anymore? Well, because we're funny, but sometimes it doesn't pull the right data, or it doesn't highlight the right important points. I did find that out because we tried to do that with some articles with the mastermind group I'm part of.
So that's not you.
Nope, that's not me.
All right, for those on the podcast, Alan has gone to his bunker and grabbed out his old Motorola
My flip phone.
5040
Your
flip
flip phone.
and he showed a video to Tom of Tom, and he's like, "Nope, that's not me, but that's Tom's Easy Marketing channel. How about
Yeah.
that?"
So
Yeah.
you just gave him the script you wanted, and then
Correct.
make me look sexy, put this kind of background on, and
I upload a base video and I upload my voice. And once it has that, then you can even tell it to put you in a different background, change your shirt, want to be sitting on a couch, put me in front of a boardroom,
So, but
anything
like
you
the
want.
so the hand motions that you're making,
Yep.
it's decided based on the video you uploaded that that's how often you make a gesture.
It's deciding based on what I say that it's making the gesture.
All right. And this is one of these models. All right. So this is a model. And you said you work with going back to it now. So first gen is content creation. Our group has access to over 70 of these models.
Right.
And so when you pay us to help you with this, you get access to 70 models as opposed to using ChatGPT, where you probably are only using one model. Well, you said it has multiple models.
Within
But I didn't get
ChatGPT,
that.
you can pick from the different levels of ChatGPT
Oh, okay.
you have. The difference is ChatGPT is going to charge you by the account. So you each have to have your own account.
Right.
Right. What we're paying you is by credit usage. So you can have as many users as you want. If you use it all the time, Chris, and Alan uses it once a month because he's terrified, it's okay. Right. You're
So when
using
Alan comes out with
credits,
his
not
tinfoil
users.
hat on and starts to write in something to plan his next big mega vacation, because we couldn't even get to that because
I wear a tinfoil hat. Sometimes he's got a
because
suit
we
on,
podcasted
and
for
then
5 years,
Yeah.
dude.
Alan, you could plan that on AI. You could just type in, I'm considering these 5 places. What are the advantages of each location?
Yep. He can do
Report.
that. Then everybody will know where he's going.
I know, and
They
I
like
feel
to
like
keep
they're
it
gonna
covert.
send me into a trap.
Right. And have you killed by AI drones that come out of nowhere. Alan, we're coming for you, Alan. All right. So back to us who are not crazy. So that's first gen content creation, working with that. Then
Yeah.
how do you progress? How are you seeing people progress in their use and their understanding of how to use these tools?
Right. So then it's workflow. So how do I get it to just to do one thing and have that move into another thing and into another thing? So you could say, I'd like to write you could say, you could give it a link to your podcast. And you could say, look at this podcast and create 6 different segments. And I would like you to create Facebook posts, LinkedIn posts, little short clips of the video for me to review. And then after I review it, I'd like you to upload the ones that I select, upload those to LinkedIn, and then push that into my email marketing platform, whether it's HubSpot, Go High Level, whatever it is. You've created connection there, and push that in and generate an email that I can send. So you can do things in sequence is the next.
And you can do this from the sports book at the casino, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Cindy, who listens to these, who edits these, Cindy, you're going to be doing this. So get afraid now or go to Alan's bunker. One of the two.
Cindy, there's room in my bunker.
So these are just things that are possible, right?
These are just possibilities. So that's
Right.
Gen 2. It's workflow
Right.
that
It's
I can do those things and
Yeah.
then I can start moving up. And so, where are you seeing? Is there a Gen 3? Well, I mean, where do you go from there? I don't know. That's pretty good. Actually, that's
Yeah, it's probably that and dashboards and more automation, right? So just think of the problem that you have. What's time consuming that you're doing? Could we automate that?
Alan kind of lowbrowed me and said Vegas. So this weekend I'm going to Napa. So I will be doing it from Napa.
Erudite.
That's right, erudite.
Sophisticated.
Because today is the big word day because confluence and tributary weren't big enough for us. We have to go with erudite. That's an inside joke. And back to the chamber.
Stop it. We love the chamber. Chamber
We
did a
love the
great
chamber. Chamber did great. RB, you're awesome. All right. So go ahead.
I want to get back to his book
Okay.
because I'm already done being scared. That's about as much as I can take of AI talk. But so the title of your book is what again?
I don't know. The book is They're Looking for You.
Which is not referring to the drones or the bots. Or
That's so awesome. Alan,
Maybe it is. I don't
Alan,
know.
I'm so ready. Alan says, I'm so ready to not be scared anymore. They're looking for you.
Yeah.
Alan just went deep, dark down. He's in a
It's like they're looking for you. I'm thinking about customers, and now it's like they're looking for you.
Yeah.
It's all about the
Yeah.
inflection. They're looking for
They're
you.
looking for you. But
Alan, lots of therapy will solve that for you.
well,
Or a gummy. I don't know. One of those two.
yeah, I might take a couple of gummies to get through this one, but I love that mindset because it's exactly so. My son just graduated from college, and he feels like it's him versus 6 billion people. And I'm like, there's companies out there who would give their right arm to have you. We just have to put you in a place to where they can find you. And I'm assuming that's kind of the mindset of reading this book.
Exactly. It really came about that, we'd have small business owners give us a call and they'd say, listen, I'm calling you because I want to start doing geofencing for my business. And I'm like, tell me why you want to do geofencing. And they're like, well, I heard about it and it sounds really cool. And then I look at their website and I go, your biggest problem is even if we geofence it and we drive people there, like no one's going to contact you because your website's so bad, right? So most small business owners, they're trying to chase a shiny penny someplace, and they don't do the fundamentals right. And so we just seeing it over and over again, right? Their website isn't any good. Google doesn't like it. If I drove more traffic there, it's not going to convert anyway. So why do I want to have them spend money on things that isn't going to work for them? Right
So
now
really
they're
the
mad.
title of your, the
right?
title of your book is They're Looking for You, but you suck so bad that they can't find you.
You got it. So
I'm so glad you're the marketing guy and he doesn't come up with your titles because, but
I like
the
his,
gold
sir.
nut, his is actually not bad.
not
You
bad.
suck because they still found you and you can't convert them.
Right, right.
So
So
I think that's the gold nugget that he just said. Yeah, okay, AI is a tool, guys, and it's a disruptor.
By the way,
but the basic,
you've been a tool today.
I have been a tool, and I'm not done. There's going to be more tool coming.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm still
lucky,
not. I'm
lucky
still,
me.
I'm still
Good
not
thing
over.
you're on Zoom, Tom.
Yeah. In fact, I think we're gonna have to go stand up desk. I can't believe I sat for 3 hours. All right, but you said something that's so poignant, and that is back to basics.
Poignant. That's a
You
good one.
got to have the website that converts people. Let's talk about what that means. What does a bad versus good website look like?
Yeah. So a bad website, when you get there, you have no idea what the company does. And I'm sure you've seen that all the time. You go, especially something that's a little more technical. You get there and you're like, I have no idea what these guys do.
Really? I mean, okay.
Come on, you've seen
I'm going to push back on that.
Okay.
I go to a website, and I don't know if I've ever been to a website where I really don't know what they do.
Well, we could out somebody for an example, but I won't.
Oh, please do. You're kind of in that mood.
I am in that mood. So you go to this website.
Okay, so let's assume they got that right.
No. Let's like
No.
rat somebody out on intergalactic radio.
So I go to this person's website, and similar to yourself, Tom, he's a serial entrepreneur and he wants to come on the podcast. I could not look at his website and tell you what he did.
Really?
Nope, no idea. Because he is a serial entrepreneur. He's very proud of that, but you had no idea what he serial
You need
entrepreneur
to send
did.
him an autographed copy of Tom's book.
I think so, if we ever have him on the podcast. But back to my tool day, I'm not going to call him out, but I can't do it. So that's a bad website. If you
That's a
don't
bad
tell
website.
somebody right when you get there, mobile, laptop, tablet,
Yep.
it's got to tell you right when you get there, mobile friendly, it's got to say, bang, that's why you're here.
Right. Then a lot of times people hide their phone number or don't put their phone number at all. Right. So like if you want business, please put your phone number up at the top of the page. Then most businesses forget the fact that you want them to take an action. So whether it's get a quote, schedule an appointment, donate, like whatever that main call to action is, that has to be a button, and it has to be in the far right part of your navigation, right? So that we read from left to right. So we want to, your eye stops at the end. So you want to, whatever happens at the end is most important. So we want to make that a button, a different color, so that they pay attention to it, right?
Do people still click those buttons?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Really? All the time?
Yeah.
I don't like clicking buttons. I'm just afraid there's strings attached.
I'm just well.
I got my
There are a
tinfoil
lot of
hat
people
back
out there, Alan, and
Well-
they're all different flavors and sizes. There's some real whack jobs out there,
Alan,
and sometimes when you're looking around the room, going, "Who's the whack job?" and you can't figure out who it is, it might be you. But
No.
yes, a lot of people click
Chris,
those.
the reason Alan doesn't click the button is the buttons aren't available on the flip phone.
That's true.
That really
How
could
could
be.
you can't even click the button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are they
then-
gonna, so no serious question. Are they going to bring back bag phones?
I had a
Why?
bag phone.
I love
did
my
too.
bag phone.
I love
was
my
my
bag
first one.
phone.
That was my
I was
first
such
one.
a badass with my bag phone. Wow. That was
Oh.
the day.
You plugged it into the lighter.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
Do
right.
carts
The
even
cigarette
come with
lighter.
lighters anymore?
oh, the early 90s.
Sometimes they do, which blows my mind.
I'm thinking right now. I don't know if my truck has a lighter. I can have to look. All right. Anyway, no serious question. No serious. All right. So
All right.
a good website,
Good
call to
website.
action. a phone number. Believe it or not, people still use phones. A click to call, a click to contact.
Yep.
Make it easy to work with them.
Right. Strong messaging. So in other words, it has to talk about the problem they solve. If they can't kind of tell the story and agitate that pain level as to why they're there, they've missed the point, right? If your website just says, we here at ABC Company, we provide great customer service and we've been in business for 29 years. Well, who really cares? Who do you help?
Tom, great marketing message there. Another great gold nugget. Agitate their pain. People buy to get away from pain more than they do to get to pleasure. We've talked about this before. Agitate their pain. Love that phrase, because why are you on my website? It's not for pleasure. We're not that industry. We're not in that genre. We're small business.
Maybe we should be though.
I think I'd still sell the pain there.
Really?
Are you feeling alone?
Yeah.
Is no one paying
Haven't had
attention
the
to
action in a while.
Is he talking to me? Are you feeling alone? Not getting any action? Agitated by pain, boys. You just agitated by
Just click the
Agitated
button and
pain.
it'll all go away, Chris.
clicking
Yeah.
that button.
Do women ignore you at bars?
Where were you last Saturday, Tom?
Yeah.
I thought you were in
Watching you,
Pennsylvania.
man.
Were you here in Atlanta? Was he
I saw
talking to
that
me?
happen. She walked right away from you.
I still don't even know if that's really him.
Yeah, it's probably not. But is he talking to me? No, it can't possibly. But that's it. Agitate their pain.
Agitate
I love that you talked about that. All right. So now the fulfillment of it.
Yeah.
That's another one. Tell me how quickly people click and expect a response back. Tell us what a response rate should look like.
Immediately, right? The quicker you can respond, the better, right? So oftentimes what we do is we build in processes to solve that, right? So if you go to our website and you click the schedule consultation button, it takes you to a page, and the thank you page to that is book your appointment now, right? It integrates with my calendar, my sales team's calendar, and then you can pick the time that works for you. It sets up the Zoom link, and you've got your appointment instantly, right? And then if you don't book, then it's going to send you reminders that you didn't book, and my sales team's going to call you and say, hey, Chris, saw you filled out this form. Want to book the time we can talk.
That is similar to our business model as well at the Trusted Toolbox, where if you put in an after hours request, you're going to hear from our AI agent, Tina, and Tina's going to say, thank you for your request. I understand you want this. Somebody will be in touch with you in the morning to schedule your appointment. But we also have a book online feature as well. So you can do that because you've got to be seamless. And how many times have people opted out of this? But then when you opt in and you continually get the follow-ups and people don't respond to your follow-ups, I go out there, spend my time, do an in-person estimate, and I can't get a no out of somebody. It drives me insane.
Yeah.
Is there a fun way?
So for Alan, we could up our game if we wanted, and we could have AI call the person immediately and schedule the appointment.
Oh, Alan, get to that.
Just for
quickly,
Alan.
my friend.
We played around
I
with
think
some outbound
10
calling
inches of
with
concrete
AI.
probably isn't even enough.
It's got to be steel reinforced.
Thank you.
I think
All right.
lead lined.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to cover it with 24 inches of dirt, some plants on top. It'll look really natural.
In your neighborhood. Get that
I
approved
had
by
a
the
friend who
HOA.
did that.
Oh, no.
Oh
Really?
yeah. Yeah.
Is it a bourbon bar down there? Or?
Her parents built it, and it was probably maybe 1982, 83. They
We needed
built
bunkers
an
then, too,
underground
yeah.
house. Yeah, he thought the world was going to come to an end. He built the whole house is underground.
82. Tom, I actually looked you up and stalked you a little bit, so I know we're about the same age.
Yeah.
We were having fun in the 80s.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking death and dying. I was just thinking, thank God I'm not in Iran. And here we are again. How many years later? Yeah, no, I never thought that. So I thought bunker building was done, but no, this guy, he was a forethinker.
Let me ask you a self-serving question on the topic that you're just talking about, and maybe it'll apply to somebody listening. But so I'm in commercial real estate, and we use there's one company that's a monopoly on the whole thing, and there's another one that's coming up. But bottom line is, we'll have a listing, and then we'll get a note that there's a lead. And we can't quite figure out, like, how do we extract that from this behemoth of a company so that we can, have an automated response. We can't we just have to like click and then type a note saying, hey, is there anything I can help you with on this?
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Is there a way around that yet? Has AI figured that out yet? Or are they
Well, it's
just too
because
busy
that's their
flying
own
around
closed system that your
frickin'
listing's going
bunker?
on. So yeah, I don't know how we would do that. I'd have to think about if that's even possible.
See, AI can't even help me because they're just too busy pursuing me.
Alan, next time I have an AI guest on, you're going to be excused. I know I'm being the tool, but oh my God, you're so,
I'm so what?
you're being a tool. I'm stuck. I can't
I'm-
figure out another word. All right. So yeah, and
So the answer is no. So we'll go on to another
I
question.
can't believe Tom has a friend who actually has built a bunker.
I
I'm like,
know.
you know what I do for a living?
Parents built the
Oh,
bunker.
okay. I was going to say, you know what I do for a living, right? I mean, that's what I'm
Have
doing.
you had anybody request building a bunker? Have you done a secret room or anything?
All right,
Like a panic room?
All right, let me back the truck up on one. I will tell you, we did go meet a lady who insisted that we not take any pictures of her house, leave our phones outside, and do the whole estimate on paper inside, and only deliver it to her in paper.
That sounds like my sister.
That was hard.
And she's more paranoid than I am.
Hey, guess which job we didn't win?
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Guess
so,
which job we didn't quote?
yeah. Well, we quoted it. The guy, I told my boy, I'm like, you got to give it a shot. So we mailed it to her and never heard back. So probably because it got lost in the mail. We're coming towards, we're getting towards the tail end of this, and I don't want to miss out on a couple things. So with the book, we talked about first gen, second gen, how you're doing things and the way the book goes.
Yeah.
If people are working with you, who has been one of your most successful clients, and what do they do? What do they listen to and say, "Hey, Tom, you really helped me. What did you do?"
Yeah, the foundations are build a great website, and then it's invest in search engine optimization, right? So how do we just naturally rank on Google because it's cheaper? Then it's adding Google ads, and then it's really adding, getting visibility on ChatGPT and the AI models. Those are those are kind of the core things because those are all the things that they're looking for you, right? Then once you mastered that, then let's go look for the prospect, right? So that's everything else, right? That's email marketing, that's social media, it's everything else is you're looking for them. So I want to
Right.
spend all their money at the beginning on the highest conversion rate opportunities.
So, as a small business, who do you work with? Because, and I'm going to set this up. I know a number of home service owners here in Atlanta. We get
Yeah.
together once a quarter to talk marketing. Our budgets for marketing are all across the board. One of the things I tell everybody when we get together is, you got to be upfront. What's your budget? We got everybody from 50,000 to 1.2 million in the same room. How do you tell them how to parse this up? Tell me who your client is. How much do they need to have, and how much do they expect to be spending with you per month if they want to make this work?
Yeah. So they need, I always look at it that you have to start where you can start, right? So our opening budget is probably $1,500 to $2,000 for the marketing piece of it. Websites range anywhere from $7,000 to $50,000.
So let's stop right there. That's I think people need to hear that, because in today's world, if you're not willing to come off the hip for 1,500 to 2,000 a month, then Tom's not your guy. Right? So you can keep DIYing it.
Well,
put it together.
nobody's your guy if you can't come up with that for marketing.
Well, I would say you're being very short-sighted as a
Right.
guy. I've made a lot of mistakes in marketing throughout the years, and I'm trying a whole new approach after 18 years where I felt like I was pretty good at it. I'm actually getting help from an agency, and we'll talk about that at a different episode. But I think that's what people need to hear. Like, don't get shocked when Tom says, "Hey, I need to be paid for my services." Oh, well, I can't. Well, don't call him then. Right? The guy's got to make a living too, man. That's the thing. I mean, we just got talking about
But
this.
you can't not afford. It's not that Tom needs to, kids need shoes. It's like you can't not afford to market.
I know. All right, so that's the starting budget. All right, now
That's
let's
the
talk. Now
starting.
continue to talk about how you build it up, and maybe a percentage you recommend to people over the revenue or goals.
Every industry is different. So that home services industry technically spends more on marketing than a lot of other industries do, right? Just like a personal injury attorney spends a whole lot more on marketing than a business attorney does, right?
Right.
Everybody
Good
has
point.
a different kind of how much net new business do they need versus repeat business once you are a customer. But I always look at it that you
That's
got to
funny,
start
though. I mean,
someplace.
just think if you're a personal injury lawyer, and my repeat business is like 40%. What are these guys doing? They're just maiming themselves?
I paid
'Cause
that
I
guy
have-
to run you over.
Right, I paid that because I got 40% of my business is repeat customers. That would be a great personal injury. 40% of our business comes from repeat customers. What?
They
You're
loved
getting
us so
killed.
much the first time. Yeah.
So that's a great point. But continue.
So just think of it in terms of you got to start someplace, right? So get some wins, grow the revenue, reinvest that money into marketing, and then it's how fast you want to grow. The faster you want to grow, and the more customers you want, the more you have to spend to get it.
Yeah, another great point. It's just hard, if we've gone through this, and like I said, I've talked with owners, and as you listen to the pod, and hopefully you get that we're trying to give you as much info as we can for you to make an educated decision, but obviously have some fun with it. I think you got to be realistic. When you're talking to somebody like a Tom, or when you talk to other people, you can't sit there when you provide your own service or product and sit there and go, man, people can't afford me. Or people tell me I'm too expensive. So don't expect that. These people need to be paid for their expertise and what they're doing. Can you DIY it? Just like in my business, you can, right? Can you go put your own drywall up? You can. Can you go put your own toilet in? You can. Do you want to? It's up to you. It's about the value play. But when it comes to marketing, back to Alan's point, if you're not marketing, you're not growing. Why are you listening
Which
to
is
this podcast?
why the title of his book is "They're Looking for You, but they can't find you because you suck so bad because you did it yourself."
That's going to be version 2 that comes out forward by Alan Wyatt. I wrote this from my. He's going to start with. I wrote this from my bunker in non-traceable ink.
If anybody's still alive out there and reading this,
Good luck to you. But I want to say they can't find you because your website sucks, and I haven't even looked for it because I'm in my bunker. Thank you, Alan. All right, Tom. Let's talk about your companies again. How can everybody find you? Maybe schedule that consultation. Figure out how they can get helped.
Yep. You go to easymarketing.com. So it's the letter E, the letter Z, marketing.com.
I cannot wait. If we get a chance to ask him the favorite feature of his home, if he says bunker, I'm just, it's
Can't see that. I was just getting ready to get into it. Guys, we haven't done the famous 4 questions. And if you stuck with us longer than the commute, Alan has just absolutely tried to do prediction. And so do you read tarot cards too? I mean, oh my God, man. Are you still the guy who still reads
yeah, I pulled
astrology
the card for you. And
You pulled a card?
yeah.
Is it going to start with 1 and end with 1 in the middle? All right, let's get into those final 4 questions. We haven't done it in a while. Tom is ready. We got to get
I'm
into
ready.
it. What is a book you'd recommend to the small business safari, which we like to call the adventure team, that you didn't
did
write?
not write.
Yeah. So other than my book, the book I'd recommend is Traction.
Why?
It's a how-to business manual. So most business books are theory, and this book has practical applications.
That's the Gino Wickman
You got
EOS
it.
implementer.
Great.
Read it. I tell people I self-implemented. There's just a couple things that one of the things they talked about was you have to start out with wins and positives. And I'm like, nah, that's not the way I run my company. So I start with damn it dolls and what the fucks. So we had to change it.
Bring the positive energy to the room every time.
That's exactly. He starts with
Well,
that.
there's energy, no doubt about
Oh,
that.
there's energy, my friends. In fact,
I said
today,
positive energy.
today, the damn it doll was outlined around drywall dust in the conference room when we got in there for our sales meeting, like like a death scene, because we did drywall repairs this morning for training with
Did
the
you
team.
take a picture of that?
I didn't. I got to do that.
Stage it. Can AI do that for you?
Yeah, obviously, I don't even need to do it. All right, Tom.
He says yes.
Yes, we
Yes,
can. All right.
absolutely.
What is the favorite feature of your home?
So my wife and I just bought a new house. So I'm going to go with my favorite feature of the new house that I'm moving into.
Bunker.
I was going to say gym because it has a full gym with like the gym floor and the mirrors in it, which it seems amazing. And it's coming with the equipment too. And so as if that wasn't cool enough, because of your bar and your drinking during the podcast, this house has a wine tasting room. So
Oh my God.
it is like a, I don't know, 10 by 12 room with 3 walls are like wine racks. I think it holds like 3,000 bottles or more. It's temperature controlled, humidity controlled, and has like the little corker thing that keeps the pressure in the bottle after you open it, with a table in the middle. I
That's-
think is my favorite room.
Tom, I'm coming to bunker with you, big guy, because that's where I
Come
want
to
to
my
bunker.
house.
I'm going to taste wine in your bunker. That's the
Yes.
bunker you
That
need to
might
have.
be the best answer in 5 years.
Actually, my mouth's watering because I'm getting ready to go to Napa and I'm pumped.
Oh,
Dude,
are you
that's
going to
so
Napa?
cool.
How many times do you want to drop Napa?
So, did I mention I'm going to Napa?
And-
There's, you know how much humidity is out there? Like 99,000% less than here is in Atlanta right now, where we're sweating doing the podcast in my basement because I refuse to raise the air conditioning when Alan comes in here. I like to put him in the sweat box. I want him to feel what it's like to be in the bunker.
But Chris, the wine that I'm gonna stock in there is my favorite brand. It's called Do Epic Shit.
Oh,
Have you had
that's
that
a,
wine yet?
never had that one. What's
my
that made?
gosh.
Where's that made from?
I don't know.
All right.
Doesn't matter.
It
Do
does
epic
it
shit.
matter?
I'm going to go look that up.
Do
Cindy,
epic shit. It's
order
amazing.
me bottle of wine. Do epic shit.
Yeah.
That's how AI works, Betty. All right, let's keep going.
All right.
So I'm trying to remember the next one. Oh, I know what it was. You ready?
Yep.
We have been known to be a little bit finicky when it comes to customer service because we're kind of customer service
Freaks.
which
Yeah.
did we mention the Chamber of Commerce today? So what is a pet peeve of yours when you're the customer and you're out and you're the customer?
I'm gonna pick a reference that just happened yesterday or the day before with Comcast. So I call and I'm canceling service for my mother because she passed away. So I no longer need Comcast. And the customer service person asked me if I wanted to just put it on hold in case I wanted to restart it later. Like, did you not listen to what
So
I
not
just said?
paying attention
Not
to what
paying
you just
attention.
said.
Hello,
So brutal.
hello. Are you AI or are you really that dumb? Read the room. My mom died.
Yeah.
I'm crying
I
here,
don't
man.
think she's reactivating her service. Like,
Oh my God. I'm glad you're laughing about. Sorry for your loss. Alan's lost both of his parents. I've lost my mother, and still even now, you think about it, it's still tough. But if you're not laughing, you can't keep their memory. If you don't bring them up, you don't keep their memory.
yeah.
Amen, minister.
So it reminds me of a story. I was just in Poland, went to a restaurant, and my son used the word that would have ordered a beef stew with pastry on top. They brought him a hot fudge sundae, which is just a slight accent off. And you'd think, we're tourists in a town in, an English speaking city in Poland, that they would go, "Are you sure you wanted a hot fudge sundae?" But no, they just brought the hot fudge sundae.
That's what he asked for.
Yeah, that's solid, dude.
It is.
Dumb
Hello,
Americans. That's
Yeah.
what they're saying.
I know. Yeah,
Hello?
exactly. Look at that. They
McFly,
feed
is
their
this
kid
on?
a hot fudge sundae. What?
Oh my
stupid
God,
tourists.
fat Americans. I heard everybody who went over there for the World Cup gained like 20 pounds. Yes, we did.
It's because they
All
ordered
right.
hot fudge sundaes.
Now, one of my favorite questions, and we're back to it. I want a DIY nightmare story. I'm talking death, dismemberment, maybe a little fire, a little flooding. I'm all right with that too. Pestilent. I mean, we'll go through all of it.
Emergency services is fine.
Yeah, I mean, ambulance called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have this house up in the Pocono Mountains, which is kind of like a resort area, and it sits on a lake and it's beautiful. And we shouldn't have bought this house because I knew it needed work. I just thought it was cosmetic work, but it wasn't. And I was being cheap, and I hired kind of like a guy, right, instead of a company. And I had to fire him after 9 months because he accomplished pretty much nothing. I let him live in the house. He essentially became a squatter. He was supposed to renovate 3 bathrooms, install a new kitchen cabinets. It was so bad. Yeah, it was terrible.
Tom, you learned a valuable lesson.
Yes.
I preach this all the time. I'm a member of
Yeah,
NARI.
absolutely.
That's the National Association of Remodeling Industry. They are in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You have a local chapter there.
I
You
know.
use only them because this shit does happen.
It happens.
Just heard it again 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Guy was going to come in and do a basement. They paid him 75% of the money up front. Guess who ain't back? Jack.
Yeah.
What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
And that's stupid people doing stupid things. Don't go into a bunker,
Bless
everybody.
their heart.
Bless
Oh, yeah.
their heart, as
I'll
we
never
like to
do
say in
that
the
again.
South.
Yeah, I had a whole slew of hiring bad contractors. And I finally got a guy that was amazing. And he and his team just did a super job. Then they rebuilt our deck, which was 2 levels. And the finishing detail that he used on the deck was amazing. I'd have other contractors come over and they go, "This guy's great." And I go, "Why do you think he's so great?" He goes, "You see those screws that he's using?" He goes, "They're like $80 a box." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." That explains the price.
No, that's right. You get what you pay for, and it's your house. It's your number one financial asset, yet we still make stupid decisions.
Still make stupid mistakes. So now we got him quoting building a library in the new house. So
Beautiful.
yeah.
So when you can
excited
bunker
about that.
down, get some wine, and read some books, Tom Malesic has done
got
it, man. Easy marketing. He's helping all of us get better at what we're doing each and every day. This one is right up all of our alley. People love talking about marketing. How can I drive more leads? Somebody just asked me the other day, what's our biggest problem? Is it resources? It always is in my business, right? Always resources. But no, I had a sales conversion problem. This is a leads problem. You know how to go solve it. Go out there because they are looking for you, Alan. Let's keep going up the mountain so they can't find you, because if you're higher up in the mountain, odds are they might need some oxygen to get there, Alan. You might be safe up there in the mountains. I don't know. Are you know? I don't know.
I'm not telling you where my bunker
You're
is.
not going to. He's not going to tell you where the bunker is. It will not be in the back of his house. It will not be under his deck that we rebuilt for him. It will be somewhere else. Tom Malesic, great episode. This has been fun, guys. Keep making it a great week. Let's go out there. Let's make a difference. Let's see if we can't kick some ass next week. Let's go. We'll talk to you next week. Got to get out of here.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Small Business Safari. Remember, your positive attitude will help you achieve that higher altitude you're looking for in the wild world of small business ownership. And until next time, make it a great day.